Hey, if you don't mind, tell me where you're watching this video from, what country or what city, and let me know why you come to this channel, whether it's for the stories or whether it's to watch Chiang Mai or learn about Thailand or just to hear an old man walk around and talk crazy. But let me know in the comments, because I'm really curious, and I want to keep the channel going in a direction that people enjoy it. So if you do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Enjoy the video. Bye-bye. Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Friday. It's about noontime. This place up here is busy. It's the busiest I've seen it since pre-COVID. But they're getting ready for Loy Krathong, and they're starting to dress up the gate here, and we'll walk around here, and I may walk up Tha Phae Road. I don't really know yet. I really don't have a set plan. I had planned on doing a hotel today, and I got up in that location and there was absolutely nowhere to park, so I came here. Parking spaces are very limited now, so I may have to start riding the motorcycle up to do videos, who knows. But it's good to be back in Chiang Mai. We had a great vacation. We ate a lot of good food and met some decent people and had a good time. And I'm going to do a video on our vacation as well. And I didn't make any video, but I did take some still pictures, and I'll talk about the vacation and tell you the pros and the cons of it and what I thought and go from there. Today we're just going to walk around. I'm going to tell you a story about a couple that retired in Thailand, and unfortunately that didn't turn out too well for them. It's really a kind of a sad story, but you know, things happen. But anyway, I'll turn the camera around so you can see where we're at, and we'll start walking around. I'll show you some of the stuff that they're doing. They're putting a lot of flowers out now. Eventually they'll come through and they'll put lanterns out here, but they haven't started that yet. It looks like they're just now starting to do that, but they've dressed it up real nice. A lot of people out moving around. I think they're predicting on this this Songkran season to be a big one. The Klong, they've dressed the Klong up too, and I'm going to shoot I've shot 2 videos over there already, but I'm going to do another one over there. I may do it tomorrow, but they've dressed that up real nice too. See, this is all new here. They just they were building these just the last couple of days. Yeah, they're measuring everything out. A lot of traffic and a lot of people moving around. Let's see what it looks like down Tha Phae Road. Doesn't look like they've set the lanterns out on Tha Phae Road yet. No. And I understand this year there is going to be a parade. For the last 2 years there hasn't been a parade, but this year they're going to have one, so it should be pretty good. I have not figured out whether I'm going to come up or not. I probably will. I usually do. But let's walk down this way a little bit more. The story I'm going to tell you, this couple met back in the mid-'80s. The man was from the UK, and he came over here and met a woman and hit it off, and they ended up getting married and moved back to the UK. And he was very successful in his business. He was not exactly sure what he did. It had something to do with the petroleum business, but he was very successful. And they had a really good relationship. And they would come back to Thailand every so often, and he was buying land every time he came back. And what his plans was to retire here with his wife. And they had a child who was born in the UK, and she was going to school. And you know, like I said, they just kept coming back and visiting and acquiring property. And the property that they were getting, and they over a period of time, they acquired 100 rye of land. And his intentions were, and he built a big mansion there with a swimming pool and ponds and places for to keep animals and stuff. And she had an older brother that she was very, very close to, and he pretty much took care of the property while they weren't there. And I assume they probably did like I did. You know, they'd come over a couple times a year and stay for you know, a few weeks and then go back home to the UK. And the brother would take care of the property and oversee it, and he lived right there. Well, by 2014, their daughter had finished school and had grown up, and they decided to move back to Thailand and live on their property, which they did. And the brother still took care of it. He worked with the husband, keeping the grounds up and taking care of the animals and taking care of the property. And apparently, the two of them, although the sister and he got along real well and were real close, the husband and the brother-in-law, didn't gee and haw real well. And it said basically because the foreign husband, you know, had his own way of doing things and was real critical of how the brother was, you know, maintaining the property and taking care of the animals. And apparently the brother was also borrowing money from him, and just, you know, there was a rift between them constantly. And you know, I can kind of understand it, because here in Thailand, I've always said this, there's 4 ways to do things. There's the right way, there's the wrong way, there's my way, and the Thai way. And, you know, they've been doing things a certain way for so many years that's how they do it. And for a foreigner to come in and tell them to change the way they're doing things, it doesn't sit very well. And you know, I have found that the Thai way is usually the best way for them, because they're accustomed to working like that. And in order to change that, you can't just tell them to change it. You have to show them that there's a better way to do it, and then they say, oh yeah, that's good, and then everything's fine. Well, apparently the husband really didn't know how to do this, and it just created a lot of conflict. I think the wife was kind of in between a rock and a hard spot, and the brother was just, you know, the brother-in-law was just getting so demanding and just really making life uncomfortable for him. So she decides, you know, and this is probably early 2000, mid 2018, she decides that it's best that the older brother doesn't work for him anymore and moves off the property, because he was living on the property as well. She doesn't really go to him. She goes to her younger brother and explains the problems, you know, that they're having with the older brother. And it's unclear whether the younger brother ever told the older brother that they were getting ready to throw him out or not. It's not written anywhere. It's not in any of the articles. But come around September, the older brother, I think he kindly feels the writing's on the wall, and he's not real happy about it. So he goes to a guy that he knows is a little bit shady and hires him to kill the brother-in-law, you know, his brother-in-law and his sister. So the guy, you know, kind of ham-haws around, and this guy ends up backing out. He just wasn't having any part of it. But he tells him about 2 other guys that would be more than likely interested in taking his business. So he introduces him to these 2 guys, and they set up a plan. I think we'll walk across the street and we'll walk down here. We'll walk through these little alleys and see what's going on. Things are picking up here quite a bit. But anyway, he makes contact with these 2 guys, and they devise a plan. He agrees to pay him 50,000 baht, which is about $1,700. But again, he doesn't have any money. But they make the plan up, and sure enough, it's not long that they carry it out. Now, somebody asked me about this place a long time ago if it was back in business, but it looks like now they are in full swing. So the 3 of them, the 2 guys that he hires and the brother, they go to the house where the wife and the husband were living. And the 2 guys catch him walking out. He's going out to feed his ducks, and they shoot him and kill him. Then they go inside the house, and this is where it really gets crazy. They get the wife, and they tie her up, and they bind her, and they take her out into the garage. And the brother beats his sister to death with a wrench. Just brutally smashes her face in. And then they, needless to say, he kills both of them. Then they get a digger, and they go out in the garden. They dig a deep hole in one of the gardens under one of the trees, and they bury the 2 bodies, cover them up, and try to make it look like there wasn't anything there. Well, now the older brother has to come up with the money to pay these guys. So the very next day, what he does is, they had just bought a brand new pickup truck, and he takes the pickup truck from the yard and takes it out to the border of Thailand and Laos and sells it. He gets something like 460,000 baht for it or whatever. And the two hitmen were with him, and he pays them off and comes back. Well, little did he know that his brother-in-law and sister had prearranged to meet a couple here in Chiang Mai for dinner. And apparently it had been planned for quite some time, and they'd been talking about it. Well, they don't show up. And the people, their friends here in Chiang Mai, get a little bit concerned because they can't reach them on the telephone. And they didn't show up for their little outing that they had. So they call the police and report them missing. And the police go out there and look around a little bit, and by this time, the daughter that's still in the UK, she's a little bit concerned. She's, on her way over here. So things just don't look right. The police, they get search dogs and search the property, and they kind of hit on the area in the garden, so they start digging. They don't find anything. Then they go through the closed circuit TV, and they see the brother driving the truck off the property, and they're able to track the truck to the people that bought it. And sure enough, they talk to them and then find out that they, hello, you don't mind being on YouTube, do you? Good. And they talked to the person who bought the truck, who was, you know, completely cooperative with him. He turned the truck back over to the police. So then they go back to the house and dig a little bit further, and apparently first time they didn't dig deep enough. And that's quite common. Generally when a person buries a body, you know, they usually only go down, you know, maybe a meter and a half at the most. In the U.S., you know, most of the times we saw them, you know, they were maybe a foot and a half deep. But you know, they had a machine to do it, so they were able to go deeper, and that's why they didn't find them on the first time. So, with the information they got from the guy who bought the truck, they picked up the brother, and they picked up his two friends that he had hired. Now here's an abandoned house in here. Looks like they just started on it. Oh, just vacant, just overgrown. Interesting. And anyway, long story short, the brother confesses and shows him exactly where to dig. And basically what he says was he didn't kill him to get the land or anything. He just killed him to get some money and pay off the two hitmen and plan his escape, which didn't work out very well. And not only did they arrest the two other guys that helped him, they arrested the guy who set it up, who was the original person that turned him down. Fast forward to trial. The judge sentences the three of them gives them the death penalty. The brother and the two accomplices and the other guy that set it up. He got a kind of a reduced sentence for cooperation. And it turns out that the death sentences were changed to life in prison. And the daughter is really, really upset about it. And I read where she was appealing that, but it hasn't said what kind of outcome there was of it, whether she was successful in appealing it and he got the death sentence or not. But you know, when you think about the story, it's really, really bizarre. You know, you think your own brother-in-law plots to kill you and then kills his own sister. So, you know, that to me is just completely bizarre. But crap like that happens, you know. I had a guy that killed his own son, and I think we'll walk straight through here. I don't think I've ever been through here. Let's see where this little alleyway goes. Hello. So I guess you really never know who you can trust and who you can't trust. But you know, the pitiful part about it was they had come here to retire and enjoy life, and you know, he had worked real hard in his life, and apparently he was very, very wealthy. And then the brother just wipes it all off, wipes it out. You know, I can't. Okay, we just had a battery go dead. It's so hot out here that these batteries overheat and they stop. But I just can't fathom in my mind a guy that supposedly was real close to his sister, you know, being able to being able to do something like that. But what the article said, that he was just pushed to, he had, you know, he felt like he was just kind of boxed in because, you know, he is 65 years old, and soon to have no place to live and no job. So, and you know, over in Thailand, after you get to a certain age, it's pretty hard to find work, if not almost impossible. And we'll walk out, and I think we'll go to the left, or we may walk straight across the street. You know, it also goes to show that it's not real good to flaunt your wealth here. You know, whether it's jealousy or just everybody wanting what you have, it's just not a good thing to do. Yeah, we'll walk this way and walk across the street. A lot of people out walking around. I like I said before, I think Loy Krathong this year is going to be, it's going to be a madhouse around Tha Phae Gate and down towards the river, especially if they have the parade. But I'll leave links to this. There were several articles written, and each one of them, just like anything else in the media here, each one of them tells it just a little bit differently. You know, so you kind of get the gist of what's really happening. But to think of this guy actually beating his sister with a wrench to death, that's some kind of rage. You know, I can't. You know, I've seen a lot of stuff in my 23 years. I've seen a lot of brutal stuff, but I just can't imagine somebody doing that to their own sister, but I guess it happens. Now this is the same area we walked the other day. I'm gonna try to catch a little side street in here if I can. It's starting to get hot. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's just kind of abandoned. I think that's probably some type of a government house. I don't know for sure though. Shogun Mini Mart, Weatherspoons. All kinds of tourist places opened up now, so you shouldn't really have any problem finding a tour guide to take you wherever you wanted to go. I think we'll go up here and we'll hang a right. Simple is better. Spaghetti looks good. Everybody out here enjoying coffee and enjoying a meal. Yeah, we'll hang a right here. See how good I am at mapping this, remembering where I'm walking. Probably within the next week, the lanterns will go up at the gate, and that's really, really pretty. I think we'll go straight across here. Yeah, we'll walk down this way. Thai cooking. Somebody was asking me about a Thai cooking class. Here's one right here. Yeah, you can hear them banging. Hard at it. Looks like they're having fun. Got a whole group of them in there. Asian Scenic Cooking, Thai Cooking School. It's funny, our neighbors get in about, they get in from work about 10 o'clock at night. And they'll go out, you know, they'll go out in their, behind their house, that's where their kitchen is, and they'll start banging that. And it goes right through the walls. But, you know, that's okay. People got to live, people got to eat. And, you know, after a few minutes, it's gone and we're right back to sleep. Sometimes, you know, if I've got the air conditioner going real good, I don't even hear it. It was so funny. I got to tell this story. We got off the boat yesterday, and they brought us from the island back to Pattaya. And Lex says, I want to get some dried squid and some dried shrimp and fish to take home. I said, okay. So I gave her some money. I said, go ahead. I'll wait for you right here. I could literally smell her coming. This stuff stunk so bad. And she had it in a plastic bag. And we got in the car to go to the airport, and she puts it in the trunk, and I couldn't smell it in the car. But last night, she took it out of the bag, and I went out. I had to go out somewhere. I forgot exactly where it was, but anyway, I came back. Hello. How are you?
What is it? Hi, and you?
Good.
What is this?
This is for YouTube. I make YouTube videos.
Radio?
Video, yeah.
You stay?
I stay in Hang Dong.
Oh, Hang Dong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, good place. But I come up to the city to make videos to show people where they can stay whenever they come and visit.
And send back to your country?
No, go back.
No, just keep it.
I live here.
Oh, you
I live here, Sit Pi Lao.
enjoy yourself here?
Yes, I will. You have a nice day, okay?
Nice day, yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, too. Sweet lady. But I came home. I opened up the door, and I just knew she had opened up the bag, and the whole house just stunk. And she comes out, she goes, I'm gonna give it away. I said, why? I can't stand the smell. It was so bad, even she couldn't take it. And she bagged it back up, and there's a lady that cooks for us that really likes that stuff, so Lex is gonna give it to her. She bought some Chinese sausage for me that we'll keep, but the dried shrimp and the dried squid and the dried fish is gonna find a new home. That stuff stinks. But back to what I was saying, our neighbors will cook that stuff. And it just travels from house to house. They can cook it 3 doors down. Hello, and you can smell it in your house. So usually when we get the first whiff, we'll start closing the windows. Now there used to be a really good place to get pizza down here. Hello. Matcha Tea Home, huh? Yeah, I think it was right in here. Yeah, it was. It's now the specialty of Belgium. But yeah, you can get a real good slice of pizza. Hello. Hey. Hey, it looks like he makes some decent waffles in there. Oh, I might have to come try that sometime. Things are really hopping here. It's good to see people out enjoying Chiang Mai. And it's good for the people that live here that rely on tourists. See, he's going to be disappointed when he finds out I'm walking. Hello there. I'm good. Just out getting my exercise. Go back home.
Back home.
Yeah, yeah.
What time back home? What time back home?
Probably about an hour.
The hour.
Yeah, 1 hour, yeah,
Hour.
yeah. I live in Hangdong.
Oh.
I just come up to make a video. How much do you charge to go to Doi Satep?
The Deutsche Tape to go and back in the 600 baht.
600 baht, okay.
Yeah, to go
And come back, okay.
Yeah.
How much to go to Doi Pui, way up on top?
The Doi Pui, okay, in the total, the 1,200 baht.
200 baht
Yeah,
more,
to
yeah,
go,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
to go.
Great.
Yeah.
You park here all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
You have a phone number?
yeah. But when
I'm-
you go to tomorrow? The after
No,
tomorrow?
I'm not go. I have a car. I have a YouTube channel
Yeah.
that people see from all over the world, and
Yes.
sometimes they come here
Yeah.
and they need to know how to get around. So I try to show them on the video.
Oh.
So people will see this tonight and they'll see your face.
Yeah. You see the phone hand making
Yeah, I know
You do
that.
that?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the San Tang.
yeah.
You see the
Same. Yeah, that's in Hangdong.
Oh yes, yeah. This is the San Kampang.
Yeah, that's San Kampang.
Yeah.
The silk or the umbrellas and
Yeah.
the silk and all that and
Yeah.
the hot springs.
Yeah, the hot springs,
Yeah,
the San
that's fun.
Kampang.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, you take care.
Yeah,
You park here every day?
Oh,
Usually?
No, every day. Do you have your phone? You
No,
have
I
phone?
don't have my phone with me. Do you have a phone number? Let me put it on the screen. That way if they want a truck they can call you.
Where you from?
Hangdong.
Where you come from?
America.
America.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, write your phone number down and I'll put it on.
yeah, from America.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you've got a guest book. That's good.
Okay.
Write your number down.
Yes. Wow. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh. Can you tell me in English what your phone number is? Okay, there you go. Chai. Okay. 0, 9, 4, 3, 6, 3, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 8. Okay, let me put this here.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can see that.
You see the two number?
Okay, there you
See
go.
the my two number?
Another number?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Here, let me hold that up here.
Yeah.
Okay, his other number is 085-716-3347. Okay, Chai, you have a good day. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Well, that was nice. Right after I thanked Chai, the battery went dead, and these things are getting it's really hot out here. I don't know exactly what the temperature is because I didn't look in the car when I got out, but it's really, really hot. But anyway, I'll close this video out now, go home and edit it and get it up for y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all coming in and checking out the channel. Please leave me some comments. I enjoy hearing from you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.